Guys, thanks for joining me. It's a great pleasure of mine today that I get to introduce not only a good friend, a colleague, a client, so he's right across my whole platform of network, is Shannon Berg. He's the director of Verom,
Yep.
a business which has been the brainchild of Shannon for quite some time now. And the reason for bringing Shannon in today is to add massive value to you and your 12-week program and why we're doing this. And you'll know that a lot of what I do is all mindset, and Shannon's business is built around mindset and how we can dovetail training, psychology, and your results into reality and bring that into fruition for you. So Shannon, welcome aboard.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Cool.
Love the introduction. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So mate, I'm actually going to read a little bit of a bio that we've got for you so the audience knows a little bit more about you and I guess some of your credentials, because this hasn't been an overnight thing for you that you just woke up and said,
it hasn't been.
I'm going to be a trainer. This is probably 20 odd years of experience,
Yep.
learning, personal development and growth and education.
It has been, yeah.
So let me detail a little bit more about who Shannon is. He's a leading performance coach and human behaviour specialist. He spent more than 14 years in personal training industry, which is a really long time in that space. That's most people are sort of in and out and they burn out,
Yeah,
or don't get it right.
Yep.
So you've in that period conducted about 18,000 sessions, is that right?
Yeah, look, it's hard to say exactly how many, but it was around about the 18,000 mark. 18,000 coaching sessions.
Some time underweight.
It is. It's you know, you learn a lot about people in that time, that's for sure.
Definitely.
And self.
Yeah. So you've spent 11 years studying psychology and humans,
Yep.
you know, how they operate, how they think.
That's right, mate, yeah.
In that, you've guided countless clients creating permanent change, which is, I know, is a big thing for you. It's not about coming in and having a quick fix, it's about actually long-lasting change. The type of people that you've worked with, CEOs,
Yep.
who else has been in there?
Mate, athletes, Olympians, CEOs, executives, people in the head of corporations, and as young children. Young children from the ages of 15 going through adolescence, learning about life as men, and young women, and also, you know, the elderly. You know, I even trained my mum who's 72 doing chin-ups, and
That's awesome.
you know, it's just not what a 72-year-old is supposed to do from a societal sort of
from the status
point
quo.
of view. Yeah. But it, you know, it really does reflect the emotional intelligence of my mum.
Yeah.
You know, yes, she's physically strong, but it's about who she allowed herself to become at 72.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
When did she start training with you?
When she was 60, she's never trained herself
Late
in her
bloomer.
life. Yeah.
Now she reps out chins.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
exactly. It's really cool.
So mate, you've had 3 PT studios
Yeah.
Across that expansive personal training career, which tells me you've got business acumen to back that up.
Yeah.
What do they say? You walk your walk and talk the talk.
Talk the talk, yeah.
So you've combined what we would call your passion
Yep.
with life experience, education, and you've brought all that into, I guess, experience great success.
Yeah.
And they've been your key driving factors as to what's made you who you are today.
Yeah.
So you're a bit passionate about the human body. You're a bit passionate about mindset.
Yeah. That's for sure.
And what would you say your that passion is? What's your legacy? What are you trying to leave behind?
You know, it's been something I've worked on for 12 years, and it's the reason why I studied personal growth. It was really to work out myself, because I wasn't in a very good space within myself. So over time, what's happened is I've discovered the fact that I loved how my emotions have changed from such insecurity, doubt, and fear to learning how to back on myself, encourage myself, have confidence, have the true sense of self-esteem, especially now being a young dad. You know, I'm a father now, and my legacy was always induced or empowered by the thought of being a father. But you know, what I'm wanting to leave, mate, is I want to make the biggest difference I can on the health and fitness industry, and allow it to evolve emotionally, not just physically, and empower and strengthen and build the confidence and the trust to as many men and women and children that I can in my lifetime. And that's so I and we and our children.
I like that. We.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We can live in a place where there's more and more engagement and good conversation and connection amongst people, because we lose that a little bit in society. There's a little bit of insecurity and not speaking to each other about how we feel. And if we bring that back, we're really going to evolve as a human race. And I feel that we really need to evolve the emotional aspect of ourselves. And if we do that, life will be very different. And the beautiful part is our little kids will grow up going, hopefully,
yes,
they want to take that on as well, and that would be really cool. That
well, you're changing the environment that your kids are going to grow up into.
Yeah,
yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. Just the thought of knowing that we could make that difference for our beautiful little kids is.
And you're seeing this already with your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already happening, right?
That's the best part about my job is I get to watch.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. 'Cause, everything comes from a place of integrity, as you know, Mike.
Yeah.
You're not just a financial planner.
Yeah.
You're someone that lives and breathes the passion about building business, money for not just only yourself as an individual, which is very important, but to see that smile, to feel that hug with your children.
Yeah.
And that's what we really connect with and have very similar values in, which is why we get along so well. And
well, we've known each other now, what, 4 years nearly?
Yeah.
We met in a public speaking, both of us challenging.
Yeah.
We were both challenging our fears and doubts.
We
and
were.
Major concerns. We ended up in a public speaking environment, learning how to become presenters. And I can still recall you being on the front foot. You're the first guy to put your hand up, the first guy to challenge yourself. Yeah, I loved it. You know, we connected in that forum and grew from there. You know, I've worked with you, you've worked with me. We continue to still do that. And I guess we also share a camaraderie in this forum where we get to share our passion with people.
Yep, we do.
So mate, let's bring it back to how we can add, and the purpose of today is to deliver some value to the people listening and watching, is what is the connection between the physical and the mental?
What's the connection? What I've learnt over the 12 years of studying human behaviour, and what I've done is I've been a personal trainer for so long, you start training people and you motivate them and you get them keen and they lose weight or they might get their physical goal, but you'll see a lot, and I'm sure some of you can relate to this too, is that you put the weight back on or they go back to the old state. And it used to do my head in why people would do that, and that's why I naturally needed
like the
to...
yo-yo diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet you any money you see that too with money. And hey, I've done it too. Don't get me wrong. But what I notice is that if you can develop a person's mind through emotional triggers, painful ones and really good ones, while physically training them, they start creating really, really deep neural patterns.
So you talk about pain. What are these triggers, or what are these pain points that are common in your line that you see people go through? Well,
I don't think I've ever coached someone that is not going through some form of fear, doubt, or insecurity. It's just whether they own that to me or not, whether they actually say to me, this is what's going on for me, this is how I feel. And a lot of it, common things have got to do with their health or how they look. Yeah. And secondly, or their wealth. Struggling with money, paying the bills are very common things that create a lot of stress and pain. And what that does is they're things that impact the pain in the person. It increases the doubt and increases the fear if they don't go, hey, pardon my expression, I'm fat and overweight and I don't freaking like it.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, you can fix it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that I've learned, that you've taught me. If I don't own where I'm at with my money, I can't grow it.
Yes.
I've got to get into relationship.
It's what I call pointing out the elephant in the room.
Got it. Got it. And then you realize, like, every time you've shown me, money ain't that painful. It's the behaviors that I've learned over time that creates the pain. It's the same thing with health, Mike, and your body. It's not painful. It's the pain that you create, that you're taught to create by, I don't know, all the circumstances that you've gone through in life.
Associations, experience.
Mum, dad.
People's mindset, other people's mindset.
You got it, like being bullied at school, or, you know, some people have gone through some pretty physical traumatic experiences in relationships, for instance, or with business, lost lots of money. And if you don't allow the person to rebuild that emotional state around that subject, they're going to carry it.
So you're saying through your training and what you do and what you teach people, it's not, the training is there, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
But you can work through that, rebuild through that,
Absolutely.
so it doesn't reoccur.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it. So when you train, and you train, Mike, yep.
Yep.
Sometimes you go through some massive amounts of pain, and I'm sure a lot of our community can, or your community can really relate to that. You know, you'll be under a push-up or a lunge, and it burns. And in that moment of burning, you can either go more
Yep.
or out.
Yep.
That's totally up to you. And you might have a trainer yelling in your ear, but it's totally up to you. That pain in that physical moment, you can actually relate to the pain emotionally you've been through in life at exactly the same point of time. And if you can do that, you know what's going to happen to whatever push-up or lunge that you're doing or movement that you're doing under a workout. You can rewire what that meant to you, that moment of pain meant to you. And you can go, no, the pain in my life when I went through that is something that I've learned from, instead of, oh, I went through that and it was their fault and I didn't like it and all these excuses and projection. You can actually go in instead and own it and go, you know what, I can only own my part, and I am going to do something about that.
Yeah.
And then you push through the lunge.
Yes.
And at exactly the same time, you're matching the emotional pain or trauma that you went through with the physical pain, because they have to match.
Yep.
If it's not hard enough,
Okay.
it won't link.
Yep.
And then you get the breakthrough. And you do that over and over and over again with training, you're going to break patterns. You're going to break massive, massive patterns. And what you build is a trust in yourself, because you are the only one breaking it down. No one else doing it for you. And that's what's beautiful about it. So at the same time you're breaking this pattern down, you're actually getting extremely fit and healthy at exactly the same time. And that's when your body becomes a reflection of you becoming stronger from your experiences, instead of your body becoming a reflection of just eating well and exercising and trying to lose weight because you're sticking to a program.
Yep.
It becomes deeper. Then it affects your children, it affects your business, it affects your cash flow, it affects everything externally from you. Because as we know, we are a reflection, right? Or things externally from us are a reflection of what's happening inside.
So let's unpack that. There's someone who, in society, it doesn't even have to be in this audience, in society, or maybe someone watching this, that may be overweight or may need some form of assistance in that area.
Yeah.
What is that saying? Like, I know this is a needle in a haystack kind of
Sure,
question,
mate, sure.
but everyone's got their own back end story.
Yeah.
But as an overriding thing, it's not just because of the food that I eat.
Yeah.
Because I eat really well.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not working in my body because I'm doing something else in another area of my life which is counteracting that. So how can we,
Can you give us an example? So, so maybe they can understand better.
So I've always eaten well. I always, it's just been my life.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle choice. It's not a diet that I go on.
Yeah.
It's just that. However, I was, I'm a, you know, I overtrain a little bit.
Good problem to have. Good problem to have.
By a little bit, I mean a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, as an example, I would eat well, but I wasn't getting the body that I wanted and what would truly should reflect the training that I was doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
So I was either doing something wrong by either compensating by overtraining. I think we spoke about it once, it was escaping.
Yep.
Escaping reality, whatever that might be.
Yep. Some people overtrain as an escape. You can use alcohol, drugs.
Okay.
Yep. Training. There's so many ways.
I had a good vice, but it was still detrimental.
Yeah. And food is another way to escape.
Right.
Emotionally.
Okay.
It's just whether you own it or not.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
So talk me through that. Someone's using that as an escape.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have recognised that if that's what I was.
Yeah.
If you said, Mike, you're overtraining as an escape, I'm like, no, I'm trying to be fit.
Yeah.
So there's my...
Yeah, you bring up a really good point, is that if someone's ever overweight or overtraining or whatever their thing is, or drinking too much or whatever it might be, they're not doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
They're not consciously, right, going, yeah, I'm going to bugger it up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm going to really stuff things up and overtrain and escape my, it's a subconscious that means they're not consciously aware at the point of doing it.
Right.
And then you have excuses or justification of why. And that's why I've always said, if you can own means be honest with yourself. Be honest to the reasons why you overeat or eat that way. Then you can change it.
But I would need help at that point.
No, because yours is different.
Oh, no, as in, as a person in general.
Yeah.
to point that out, because I can run my story forever and a day and justify it to myself.
Yeah.
I'm good at lying to myself.
Yeah.
But it's not until it's pointed out to me from someone who's not in the fight, who's removed.
Yeah.
So you've done it for me.
Yeah.
I've done it for you. Multiple coaches do it for us all the time.
Yeah.
But it needs to be someone who sits over here and looking at it objectively.
Yes.
That can say, Shannon, Mike, X, Y, Z, whoever.
Yeah.
This is what you're doing, and then you get the light bulb moment.
That's it, mate. Yeah.
So the magic happens after coaching, not before.
Yep.
Okay. We need the coach.
Need the coach.
All right.
The coach with integrity, Mike, as you know.
Yeah.
There's
So you unpack that. What do you mean by integrity? I know, but
yeah, you know, like financial planners out there that have no money,
Or
that are trying to tell you to become wealthy, or you know.
what about financial planners who are overweight as well?
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Because how you do anything is how you do everything.
Exactly.
So if you're going to be overweight in one area of your life, then what other areas are you doing exactly the same thing or compensating?
That's right, mate. That's right. And that's exactly why we want to do this interview for everyone, because we knew there was such a correlation.
Yeah.
And I'm helping you with the connection emotionally with training, not just physically.
Oh, you've changed the way I think about training. Yeah, as much as I overtrained and you'd think that was a good thing, the results I got from not overtraining were exponential.
Yes. And like you said, you came home and you were able to connect with your woman more. Yeah. And like, Mike, what's that worth?
Which is dangerous. She might not thank you, but
yeah. In the future, Mike will be becoming a dad soon. But it was that, Mike, and that's that's the beauty of training, and that's the beauty of budgeting, is that you get to allow yourself to feel an amazing feeling about self.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yes, you make more money. Yes, you get a beautiful body, but you get to go home. And you get to live a life feeling proud, honestly proud about yourself. Not fake proud, honestly proud about yourself.
It's an internal feeling.
That's what training is. Training is an internal feeling. No one can feel you burn, and no one can feel how hard you're pushing. Only you can. And you're the only one that can validate yourself at that moment. But so many people don't validate themselves when they train.
Yeah.
They do it because they want to lose weight. And if you ever do that, that's like, I'm only ever going to make money to get out of debt. It's the same.
A lot of people do.
Yeah. And if you have that mindset.
What's the carrot and the stick mentality?
Yeah. And that's the thing that you've really helped me with too, Mike. And I'm still there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still at times there. But something that you and I have in common, it doesn't matter how many times we fail.
Yeah.
We come back.
Stand up again.
You can't knock me down. I will learn and grow and learn until my money, in this case, becomes a true reflection of that part of my relationship with self. Yep.
To give you an example, when we first met, you had a goal.
Yeah.
Your net worth is 3 times that goal now.
Yep.
In 3 years.
I was in minus, a lot of minus.
Okay, I didn't even bring. If you include that, you're probably 5 times. But
that's right.
Forget the minus. Say you were break even when we met.
Yeah.
You're 3 times your life goal.
Yeah.
Net worth.
I would. If you told me that could have happened in the 3 years.
I just thought of it then.
3 years. Yeah. It's the power of it, man. You know, you look. It's a beautiful part of this. I think it's really important that we need to share with everyone too. Is it's so important that you look back.
Agreed.
So look back at your what you've achieved.
Because in the fight day to day, it feels like you're not actually getting anywhere.
Yep.
It feels no different. The feelings are the same as what they were when you first started.
Yep.
But your net worth is 3 times more.
Yep. You've got to have that ability to acknowledge yourself.
Yeah.
For it. If you can do that, that's when you come home feeling full. Correct. And everyone gets it then. You know, your wife, your children, family, whoever you love.
Flow-on effect.
Got it, mate.
So, mate, how do you stay focused? Because it's not easy. It's everyone's probably tried a diet, tried something, tried a fitness regime, tried a budget, and failed, or started and stopped. And how do you and I? How do we stay on that? Like it's on point.
Yep, that's what we do at Verom, Mike. You know, it's finally to create a place you can come to stay consistent, to stay focused, to stay on what we call is on purpose.
Yeah, nice.
And purpose is something emotional, not tangible. It's inside you, and that's what we extract at Verom. Is what is it that is actually your why, they call it. I know some of you may have heard of that before. What's your why? Why is it something that's very intrinsically important to you, which is what we value very similar with is about. Our why is about coming home. The reason why we work so hard and stay on it and get back up is because it's not negotiable we going home to a place of love. Yeah. A place where it's not what we do with them, it's how we feel while we're doing what we're doing with our beautiful wives and our children.
Yeah.
That's what's cool. That's what gets me back up.
Yeah.
Because it's not negotiable. But what we're not taught to do by society is look that deep, because it's a little bit like it can bring up people's stuff.
Well, money's stuff. Like, not many people talk about money, period. And that's something that I learned through experientially, watching my parents not talk about it and theirs not talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a taboo. Don't ever ask someone what they earn.
Exactly. How much money you got in the bank? Yeah.
And I'm a financial planner. It's the first question. Welcome to the meeting.
It's the same with me with training, Mike.
Yeah.
You got to ask.
You got to get in.
What's
get
not
your hands
working
dirty.
for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the growth comes from. It's the ability to sit there and eyeball it, look at it, and go, wasn't a good month.
Yeah.
That was a great month.
Yeah.
But at least have that conversation.
Yeah.
So how does fitness and finance relate?
Okay. Because fitness, being fit, is your body thing. And finance is an external thing. Your body and finance are both external things from you.
Yeah.
You're not your body.
You are not your body.
You're not your body, you're not your legs, and you're not your biceps. You're the thing that controls the emotions about relating to them.
Yeah.
Some of us can relate to being hard on ourselves about our bodies, and some can be really nice and supportive about our bodies.
Okay.
Depending is what you do.
Yeah.
And some of us can be really supportive about our money and really unsupportive about our money.
Yeah.
It all depends on conditioning and mindset. So how it correlates is when you learn to train, right, in a way that reflects something very deep about what you value about yourself, and the things that you love. So you've got to connect. I don't want this to come across a bit wishy-washy and a bit soft.
Esoteric.
Yeah, but you got to connect with a deeper part of yourself. And that's the thing that makes you feel love or supported, connected. And as a human, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is love is part of the hierarchy of needs for any human.
Yep.
Okay. And what you do is when you can connect with that honestly, and Verom's slogan is fitness, honesty, and heart. And they're very specific words for that reason, is when you can honestly do that with fitness, your body starts becoming a reflection of the honesty that you speak to yourself. And then money, if it's not working for you and you're feeling really good about yourself, you'll attack it.
Yes.
But if you don't feel good about yourself and money situation comes up, you'll go, I'll just pretend it's not there for a bit and avoid. So then the same thing happens in your relationship too, Mike. If you're feeling good about yourself and your relationship's not working well, you'll have a chat about it.
Yep. Yeah.
But if you're not feeling good, you go quiet and suppressed and annoyed, and then probably eat some food.
Yeah.
Because it's probably maybe your comfort way of dealing with things, or have a drink or whatever it might be. Very common. Very, very common. And that's what Verom allows you to do, is transition from a place where you may have been or not aware of, maybe not aware of being for so long, and just to allow you to live a life where you can just be honest to yourself supportively.
So being congruent, integrity is paramount, and with yourself is paramount to that.
Yeah.
So finance and fitness relate.
Yeah.
They're a true reflection of each other.
Of each other, yeah. The reflection of the deeper reason why you're actually doing
what you're doing.
Yeah.
And the principles to achieve success in both are quite similar.
Yeah.
So if I look at money, it's cash flow.
Yeah.
So it's money in versus money out.
Yeah.
And if I was to look at a diet, it's calories in versus calories out.
Yeah.
And we're either going to end up with surplus or deficit. It just depends on what you're aiming for.
That's right.
And so the two are the principles to achieve success in both.
Yep.
The underlying principles are very similar.
Yeah, they are.
What have you noticed in people that don't have health and fitness lined up? You've seen this in CEOs who earn big coin, broke as.
Yep.
You've seen it probably in athletes who are physically fit but financially poor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then you've seen people in balance.
Yep.
So what are some of the common things that you've seen there?
You realize that escapism, like escaping from yourself or suppressing yourself, can happen in so many myriads of ways. You can get really busy like a businessman and learn to develop business mind that blocks out everything to achieve the goal.
Yeah.
And what happens, a common thing is, I'll get a businessman or a very high executive come to me and go, my relationship's not working, I'm fat and overweight, I feel like crap, my sex life is, and to be honest, the sex life is not working for me. Or the athlete come to me and go, well, I'm fit and healthy, but relationship doesn't work. I have no money, I'm not happy. So
you have 5 key areas of life.
Yeah.
And they've got a wedge working.
Yeah.
And the majority is out of weight or not doing well.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
I just found the people that are fit already are easier to mold into, okay, you're already doing the fitness part, so you already feel physically good, but you just haven't acknowledged yourself enough.
Yep.
And
what impact does it have on these? Either way, they're out of balance or out of sync. What impact does it have on their life?
What's that?
So as an example, by not having one or the other or both, what happens to these? And experientially, let's look at the CEO who's probably doing apparently well in business, but every other area is broken. So financially, spiritually, relationships are all just in tatters.
Yeah. So all they do one or two things is they own it and they go, I don't want to do this anymore. Can you support me?
Yeah.
Or they don't want to know about it. And
they'll
just
say to you, can you support me? Or their partner?
No, themselves.
Okay,
you know, things aren't working for me, Shannon. You know, yes, I've got plenty of money, but you know what? I just want to come home where I feel like I'm connected with my woman.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, and I had a client recently who got to that point, and he got cancer.
Yeah.
And highly, highly successful man, plenty of money. But what did it all mean in the end?
Can't fix it.
You can't buy your way out of that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And it's you know, who has ever heard of a person have heaps and heaps of money, and go, yeah, well, relationship doesn't work. I'm not connected with my kids because I've worked so hard. But hey, I'm happy. No one says that.
Yes, agreed.
And no one works their guts out physically, like a triathlete. Like a lot of triathletes. I'm not saying I don't want to pigeonhole triathletes. Yeah. Please get me just it's a common thing, because of how much effort goes into being a triathlete, how many hours go into training.
You got 3 disciplines to train for.
Yeah. If you don't balance that, you become very lonely.
Yeah.
Because it's a very insular sport. It's a very on yourself sport, and a lot of hours go into that. Yeah. So commonly what happens is it acts as an escape, and people use exercise as their way of getting out of their head because they don't like the way they feel. And then commonly, same thing with business, same thing happens. Commonly, the same traits will happen. They'll come to me and go, my relationship's not working. Yep. In this case, the athlete might go, I don't have any money. And there's common things will happen. And a lot of people can relate to this. And it's okay. It's okay to bugger up and have life not work. But it's not okay to keep doing that to yourself.
I guess there's moments, especially in business, where you have to push and you have to drive.
Yep.
And life will be a little bit out of balance.
Yeah, yeah.
But as long as you recognize it, you can say, honey, I'm going to be pushing for the next 2 or 3 months. Allow me this time, but I promise on the back of it, we're going on a holiday. We've got something to work towards.
Perfect. Yes.
And honor that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And say, the real reason why I'm doing this is because I want to connect with you more.
And then you tie that to your higher value.
Got it.
And then everyone's on the... It might not be fun right now, but it's a short period of time when we can get there.
That's right. And every time you go there, you're acting out of that place.
Yep.
Yeah, from a business point of view, you act out of that place and you go for it because it's being motivated by an emotional motivation that's very high value. Got it. Yeah. And then, of course, you'll naturally want to be fit.
Yep.
Because there's no point spending the next year smashing it, saying that to your wife, framing it up all well, getting to the end of the year, and then go and have that holiday, and you feel absolutely exhausted and overweight because your wife then can't connect with you.
Yes.
Because you're so disconnected in self, and that's why, as you know, Mike, you've got to do both.
Yeah.
But you've got to do both for the reason why. It's like we said at the start of the interview. You've got to know your reason why.
Always comes down to the why.
Yeah, because your partner wants to look at you and go...
Yeah. Or you want them to look at you like that.
Yeah, exactly.
They might accept you as you are, but I always want to deliver above and beyond what they're expecting.
That's it.
I never want to rest on my laurels in any area.
Yeah, any area. And if I am, I'm going to find a coach that'll expose it for me so I can support myself. Have that sort of courage. Yeah. Courage is to act out of fear.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah, I love that. Yep.
So... When you train yourself, you feel a lot more transparent and real with yourself. So,
So, mate, let's maybe wrap this up.
Yeah.
If we can, whoever's watching and listening to this, add some massive value right now. What is the one thing that's going to change someone's life right at this moment that they can take home and really run with?
Okay. If I could say anything to the community,
your most important message, which is tough, but
I've got two. I've got two.
I like that.
You must
I'd say
find, you know.
Don't pigeonhole me down to one.
Yeah, too important.
Yep.
I can truly speak for both of us, I feel, in this situation, is that you must know your why, or you must have a coach, that we both have, that will pull that out of you. You must know why you are wanting to change and do these things, and it's just not just to make money or not to get a better body shape, but something deeper about that. And secondly, it's not about how much you do in a budget meeting or how much you do in a workout. It's the habit of doing it.
Oh yeah.
It's the habit. You wake up every day, and if you miss a day, it's fine. You miss a week, it's fine. You miss a month, it's fine. You
Awesome.
get back on the bus. If you know your why, you'll get back on the bus. If you don't know your why, you will not.
Agreed.
Your suppression technique, whatever you do to escape, will take over, and then you'll justify why it's too hard. And how many people do we see justify it? Because they're not honest enough.
Yeah.
You can't help someone that's not honest. So be honest. It's okay. Just be honest and have someone like Mike and I who have integrity with love.
Yep.
We
Yep.
do this because we love it.
Yep.
We love who we are, we love our families, and we love helping you guys. We really, really do. And that's why we keep doing it,
Yep.
even if they fail. Because it's like, hey, I did too.
Yep.
I did too.
And we've been there. I think
Yeah.
we're talking from experience.
Yep.
It's not like we got a silver spoon and rolled
No.
into success and
No.
an amazing life.
No.
I've got more battle scars and wounds than
Yep.
any man
Yep.
around, and it's just one of those things that
Yep.
you have to go up, throw a bandage on, go again.
Yeah.
So it's not like we were just gifted and
No.
lucky.
No.
You know,
No.
we
Yeah.
worked for it.
That's right. You didn't come from a place of heaps of money. I certainly didn't. That's
No.
for sure. I was the youngest of 7 children, and we lived in like a housing commission house. So
Yeah.
I have some intrinsic money stuff. But hey, I'm here. I'm here for me for every time I doubt myself about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I'm from a house of athletes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad was an alcoholic, overweight,
Yeah.
and died from a heart attack.
Yeah.
And my mum never trained at all.
Yeah.
So she was just a hard worker.
So it's certainly not in your DNA.
It's not.
So, and let's wrap up on that.
Yeah.
Because
It's a good
I
point.
know people have a lot of, you either have reasons or results, excuses or
Yeah,
results.
That's good.
And so, I don't know, let's say maybe some of this has resonated with someone.
Yeah.
And they think, yeah, they're probably right. I have used that before. I do that. That sort of sounds familiar. Maybe it wasn't me. It was someone that
Yeah.
stands in front of me in the mirror every morning.
Yeah.
But someone close to me.
Yeah.
What can we give that person? Is there an opportunity for them to unpack that a bit more, explore that a bit further with you? How do they get in contact with you?
Okay. So what I've done, Mike, is there's 2 arms to my business, and one's a group side of things, and I run it out of Brisbane. Okay. And I'm talking to you here at the Gold Coast at the moment.
Yeah.
And look, mate, if there's opportunity comes my way and people are going, look, I want you to run a group thing for us in the Gold Coast, hey, I'll turn up.
Okay.
I'll meet you halfway.
Yep.
Okay. But in Brisbane at the moment, I run a company called Verom, Verom. And Verom is an amazing company with a group of like-minded people like you and I that are doing health and fitness for the reasons why.
Yep.
They're all doing it together.
Okay.
We're extremely fit and healthy, and some are really, really not. Like,
So you got like a gamut of
yeah,
people.
like people that are in debt compared to people that are multimillionaires, if we were to use the analogy of money, okay? But we are a community of people that are all supporting one another to get to the common goal.
Okay.
All right, and that's the being emotionally intelligent people and living a life that reflects it. So that's Verom. You can go on Facebook. The website will be up and running, I think, next week actually. So that's www.verom.com.au, and you can register and book in there. And we got an app and everything. You just press the app. You just sign in, and you'll book your session. And you press the button, and you're booked in for that session. Okay.
We might even put the links in the bio and underneath this.
Yeah, exactly right. And Mike, if you do the package, the unlimited package, you're talking about like a $9 to $10 class, $9 to $10 per day to work on something as valuable as what we are trying to get across. And that's how I thought, how do I give back to the community such a valuable product that's actually quite expensive if you were to outsource it?
So packaging in your 20 odd years of experience
Yeah.
into $9.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep, and it's an opportunity then to be consistent.
Okay.
Just be consistent, turn up and be there with, you know how important it is to surround yourself with the like-minded people? Oh my God, how important is that?
Yeah.
Crazy important.
So you're providing accountability,
Yep,
a moral support group,
yep,
other people that are, gravitating towards a higher level
yep,
with a coach that's already done it.
yeah. And look, if my offer to you guys today is if it's a money thing and you're not too sure about it, first one's free. Just come along, it's free. Don't have to pay anything. First one's free, okay.
You might want to talk to your financial advisor about that.
And that's our introduction offer.
Yeah.
Secondly, you got your one-on-one with me, which is you've done with me.
I've done that.
Yeah, and it's very one-on-one, and we really go there. And that's something that's worth. I'm doing down the Gold Coast at the moment every Thursday.
So I've done that one, and I came from a place where I sort of came out of the cycling space and was a little bit burnt out, jaded, angry, and I trained still, but I actually didn't enjoy it.
Yep.
And it really wasn't training. It was going through emotions. And you got me, I'm clearly back training. And it took you 3 or 4 sessions to get me in love with it again and interested and engaged and asking better questions.
Got it.
And over a period of time, it just turned into full flight again.
Yep.
With constant learning still going. So it doesn't matter where you're really at. I was an athlete who was burnt out and disappointed. There's been people I've seen you work with that were overweight.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter where you're sitting on the spectrum.
It doesn't.
It just comes down to one, how coachable are you?
Yes. Yep.
That's really important.
Very.
And how much are you willing to look yourself in the mirror and say, I got that.
Yeah, and if you're really willing to do that, then, you know, like I said, I come down the Gold Coast, I train in Brisbane as well. Contact me on Facebook, Integral Fitness, or Verom. You can get in contact with me there.
Yep.
Or contact Mike, he can give you my number.
Well, mate, I think it's been great to share some time with you. Thanks, and in front of our audiences.
Yeah, it's been an honour.
I'm going to post some details following this with your contact details.
Great. Fantastic.
It'll be up on my blog and also various feeds and whatnot. You can connect there. But thanks all for joining us. Hope you got some massive value out of it. And I encourage you to connect in with Shannon and at least explore the opportunities and see where it may lead you to your health, happiness and finance. All the best.